So apologies there, I've just realised there was a bit of a mistake. Cable was loose on the microphone. We have got this issue sorted out, so apologies there. We've missed the first lap of the race, not to worry. We're now here with you live on the stream. So yes, apologies for that. We should have sound now as we start lap 2. As we're looking at Rami right now. So yes, my apologies there. We didn't have sound there for the first couple of minutes, but not to worry. We now have live sound with a battle going on for third place between MGK and who's that? That's Andre. That's now been pushed back down towards 5th place, and who's muscled his way all the way up the order. Danny Boy 91 has shot his way up the order in the Lexus RSC 350 by the looks of it. Indeed, he has, and he's muscling his way with Andre for 4th place at the moment, as they're working their way through the corners. Now, what's the gap here between the split times between them is less than a second, separating 3rd, 4th and 5th, and this is for the 3rd step of the podium, as penalties looming over MGK's head. Thank you, Allah. It is the Lexus RCF, my apologies. Just see that from a long way away as the RSCF outbrakes himself there going into the corner. That gives Andre the position back. Great battle here for 2nd position. Andre is currently there in 4th place at the moment. Excuse me, it's not 2nd position, it's actually 3rd place. My apologies there. MGK leads this sort of trio here as they work their way through the S's into the right-hander, and Andre closes the gap in here, and he's looking for a way around the outside. And can he do it? Yes, he can. Andre now back into the top 3, but out in front is ARC Dive Bomb, and he's got a 2-second penalty. Is that? No, he's got 0.2 of a second penalty looming over his head. Now, we're not quite sure for what that is. It could be for track limits. For something that we didn't see earlier on in the Audi R8. Next behind him is Rami in the Volkswagen Beetle Group 3 car with the gorgeous 53 Herbie livery throwback. He's 3.3 seconds behind the Audi R8. Not been able to catch up. In 3rd place, it is Andre at the moment in the FT1 concept, or what we know it as the Toyota Supra. And then we have MGK in 4th position. Daddy Boy 91 rides in 5th position in the RCF, and he's got that 0.9 of a second penalty looming over his head. Then we have Zolovita running in 6th position in the BMW M6. Then it's back to 7th place, where we have one of the first Porsche 911 RSR 2017 models. That is Bratman 89. He was one of our top qualifiers in the session earlier on today, but tumbled his way down the order and unfortunately not been able to recover, although he has gained at least 3 positions, and he is in that bubble to get into the semi-final scheduled to take place later on today. And we've got a spin there, and that's MGK. Now, what's happened to him? He was riding in 4th position. Now, let's go on board. We can't see if there's any damage on the car, but he has spun down from 4th position, so that shuffles a few people ahead of him into and up into the order, including Bratman 89, as MGK now works his way in. He will be in catch-up mode now with just under, 2 laps to go. Actually, better yet, yes, it would be 2 laps to go here at the Circuit de Catalunya here as part of the 2020 EMSO Summer Series here. Of course, this is practice, or sorry, this is Heat 1, or what we call the first quarter-final that we have with 10 racers in the session. We flick our way, we'll continue our way down the order as we'll move now away from MGK down to the man that's behind him, and the second of the BMWs, Abdul Ghaffar, in 8th place, currently 17.8 seconds off of the leader of ARC Dive Bomb, but he's 3.8 seconds behind MGK. And we'll move on now over to another one of the 911s, and unfortunately Dominic spun earlier on in the race and unfortunately got caught up and didn't have the best qualifying either, but he did finish it quite strongly. But looks like he's on that cusp here and needs to make up some ground. He needs to catch up by at least 3.6 seconds as he works his way through the first sector here. Excuse me, the second sector goes to 911 now of Dominic, and behind him is another of the Lexus RCFs, White Blood AJ. Running in 10th place at the moment, and that is the man that's at the back of the field here in the first race here, the first quarter-final of the EMSO 2020 Summer Series. We'll go back now with race leader ARC Divebomb, who's out in front by 1.6 seconds, and he's about to start the final lap. And Rami is now slowly closing in. Well, we say slowly, he's actually closed in by quite some margin as well. The gap was up to 2 seconds not too long ago, and it's closed all the way down to 1.5 seconds between ARC Divebomb and Ramster 223, or Rami as he's known in real life. Back to third place is Andre, and he's 7.2 seconds behind at the moment, at 9 seconds off the lead, and he's having a lonesome race at the moment since MGK has dropped back down the order, as the man that's in fourth place is quite far back from him now. And there is a fantastic battle actually going on now for fourth place, so let's join this battle as they work their way through Sector 1 here. And it's Zolo Vita who leads. Danny Boy 91 is in second place. MJK is on the back of this here, and he's going to be the one to benefit if they all tangle when they topple over each other. Drift wide there for Bratman 89, who slowly worked his way back up the order as well, and he's into the top 8 now, as he's trying to find a way on the inside of the Lexus. Dives into the corner, but dive bombs into the back of the Lexus, and that's going to be quite costly for him, and he's going to definitely receive another penalty for that. That's not the way he should have done it there, and unfortunately Danny Boy is dropping way down the order. He's now into 9th place. Good news for Dominic though, is he's moved now up into the top 8, and as we said, that's what most likely was going to happen. And now we have the two Lexus RCFs down at the end of the field. That's not where Danny Boy 91 wants to be, but unfortunately that's where he is at the moment. Let's go back to the battle for fourth position at the moment. We'll stick it right in the middle here with fifth position, Bratman 89. He's benefited now, moved up a position, back up into the top 5, and he's looking for a way on the inside of Zolovita, one of the sole Emirati drivers in the field at the moment. And it looks like we have a conclusion to the race, and while it's caught up with the rest of it, Rami caught up and took the first win in the quarterfinals for the 2020 EMSO Summer Series. He just picked to the line ARC Divebomb. Andre walks away with third place. Zolovita will walk away with fourth position. Bratman 89 in fifth, and we just wait for this man here to come across the line, and this Dominic Simon, who does just now, and he'll walk away with 8th position, and he will walk away and he'll be able to be in our first semi-final as well. Thank you so much for joining us now for this. I think we'll take a quick break. We'll rework the lobby. There, of course, is confirmation that Rami did indeed win our first race there in the Beetle GR3. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll join us in a few minutes. We'll have the second race of the second quarterfinal.